Guys, hello and welcome to Skycurser Daily number 46, where it's our goal to be a better indie dev today than we were yesterday. And part of that comes through consistency and just showing up every day and putting on the mindset and the hat that you're going to learn. So today we're going to pick up where we left off from yesterday. Yesterday we were working through the scripting for level 1. We got it to a really good spot, and I think it's at the point where I can keep moving forward and we can tweak a little bit later if necessary. So that's just kind of how we're going to proceed today. Part of that comes off of just deciding part of our scripting comes off of just deciding where we left off and reviewing the script that we've already laid out, that the team has already laid out in order to keep moving forward. So, and of course, much thanks to Chris and Phil for putting their heads down on exactly how the scripting for level 2 should go. So I'm going to pull it up and we will look at it. $11.11 Can, man, what's up? What are you up to today? Okay, so we have to look at the tabs, and of course I will turn on my monitor so you guys can see. And this should put it up on screen, but it's not. Come on. How about this? Alright. The other thing, so let's go to tabs. Let's go to mission 2. And right now, of course, it's not showing up. There, let's try that. So right now we're right here. This guy passes the very front pixel of the emergency vehicles in the inbound lane. Helicopters appear and Guy flies past them. Guy's much faster than them, however they are faster than the ground-based vehicles on the street and therefore appear to leave the screen more slowly. The helicopter sprite should be flipped to give the impression that it's traveling the same direction as the player. Approximately 3 seconds should pass of cars leaving the city before enemies appear. So I think what is next is we will start bringing in I'm going to switch this up. Okay, so we'll start bringing in the let's first of all hit play so we can watch and see exactly where we're at. I think I know exactly where I'm at, but just to bring everybody up to speed. We basically have the emergency vehicles coming on screen about where they should be and when they should be, and so what we have to account for is either what happens when Guy passes the very last emergency vehicle or the very last emergency vehicle is shot by the player. So we kind of have to keep track of that and probably have a cutoff and determine exactly which vehicle was last. and go and basically determine what to do if the player kills it or it flies past the player. We may also do one more thing, which is maybe lock the player so the player can't move, but we'll probably have discussions about that later. Alright, so going in game right now. And of course waiting for the compile window to finish right here. And it'll take probably just another 30 seconds at the most. So 1111 Can, are you working on anything fun right now? Come on, Game Maker, taking way too long to load the sprites. I did not make that many changes to the sprites. So today, oh cool, man. I can't remember. Have we talked about what game you're working on? What game is it? If you want to share, you don't have to share if you don't want to, but I can't remember if we talked about your game or not, bro. So, still waiting for the compiler. "2D platformer about where I was when I was thinking about committing suicide." Interesting.
Mission 1.
Well, hopefully you don't go back to that place in real life, or at least you're not there with the same feelings that you were. Alright, so where we're at right now, let me just talk through this for a minute. Army vehicles are backing up here. We're passing the army vehicles and the ambulance vehicles, and there's a police vehicle in there. It's hard to see right now. I think I need to spread that out a little bit. I am seeing that the emergency vehicles have their lights at the very back. And so I think what I'll do is make sure that let me think about this. Make sure that yeah, like I mentioned, we just keep track of that exact last emergency vehicle. And I think what we could probably do right now, a quick fix, a simple fix, is to fix the lights on the vehicle. So let's do that really quick. Obstacles, it's probably going to be under scripts, obstacles, and right here the end step event. So we don't have everything accounted for here. So I'm gonna just do case object ambulance and case object car police. Cool. I think that should take care of the lights. Yeah, man, that's awesome. I'm glad you're working on that. So do you have any pics of it? And how much time have you put in on it so far? Yeah, man, I I don't like I'm not good at art myself. You may or may not like to do it. I don't like to do it because I'm not good at it. I'd rather focus my time on development. I think I could be good at it, but I think I'm more interested in development. Fortunately, I'm on a team with somebody who's really good at art, and you can actually get art done for fairly cheap. I mean, like cheap, like $1 or $2 or maybe $5 a sprite. So like you can get a lot of artwork for really cheap. So all right, very limited time, more of just a prototype, but I'm about to start with a story. Awesome, man. Yeah, if you get the images, post them in chat. All right. So I think that should have fixed the emergency vehicles. I didn't quite like where the vehicles were, the emergency vehicles, that is. Let's go look at this. Should be in the controller obstacle step. Let's go look at that. Controller obstacles step event. And we had kind of a shortcoming with the emergency vehicles. So I'm going to put a note here. This is the Army Trucks Beta Particle Gaming Open Game Art. Ooh, nice, dude. That's a good resource. I've never seen that before. I want to see it. I'm going to click on it right now. Oh, cool, cool, cool. A huge forum where people can post all of their own artwork, probably, and get picked up by a lot of people. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so from Army Trucks to emergency vehicles, and I think I'm going to make the timer on the modulus basically on emergency vehicles much shorter. You know what, I'll take it back. I won't make it shorter, but I'll make it so that there's no Boolean check, or that the Boolean check always evaluates to true. So let's look at that real quick. Here's the modulus, and I think what we can do here is, instead of room speed divided by 2, we'll give these guys their own. And actually, no, I take that back. Let's leave them where they were and then change the Boolean. So this Boolean apparently occurs not every step, but every time modulus evaluates to true. Basically, the modulus is equal to 0 and that evaluates to true. So in the case of these guys, it evaluates itself every, well, in the case of all cars, they get evaluated every 3 steps. These guys get evaluated every 30 steps based on room speed divided by 2. Free. Nice, man. I love it. Yeah, for the win. That's a really good one. I think I'm going to start posting links like that in the section below, for resources. I thought I had a resources group down there, but I guess not. I'm gonna go look for that as well. Okay, so this vehicle Boolean will always be true if script object type of the argument 1 is equal to object ambulance, or script object type, oh, I think I have this a little bit incorrect. Oops. I think if my memory serves me correctly, and I hope it does, that that gets 2 arguments and that's it. So argument 1 here, and then object car police here. Okay, so that, and that. So we'll just do an else here, and this will suffice for that. But otherwise, vehicle bool. Let's do this. I don't want to declare var vehicle bool twice, so let's go here. Go var vehicle bool equals false, but then let it choose vehicle bool, and then this guy will always be true. Cool. So if it's ambulance or police car, go there. I think that should fix that. So let's try that. I just want more emergency vehicles to get generated. So let's see if this fixes that. I would love to capture the compile window, but GameMaker is really fickle about what it can capture and what it can't. It's kind of annoying. Cancel. So instead, I'm going to just do a monitor capture so that you guys can see the compile window as well.
Mission 1, Death at Dusk.
Man, this thing starts getting really fickle. I'm surprised we had this error here. What's going on? Object get name. Copy, abort. Let's pull up Notepad. Oh, so it did have a problem here, but had a problem getting the object index for argument 1. When it was object truck gray, which that's a little bit odd. Line 5 of script object type. Let's look at that. First of all, I need to make sure I know exactly how argument 1 is the type of vehicle. So maybe argument 1 isn't correct. Object controller obstacles. Yeah, I guess it is I guess I was correct. It is the type of vehicle. Type of vehicle. Man, can you guys see anything I'm working on? I guess not. GameMaker. Let's see what we can do about this. Sorry about that. Man, I'm just now looking and seeing that, so I'm trying to fix that. That's not the way it should be. Tire window. Layered windows should already be captured. So that's the window I'm actually working on. However, I shouldn't have to do that for every single one. I think I am going to have to basically show the monitor on this window. So sorry, just trying to get this a little bit cleaner for you guys. There we go, that should be quite a bit better. Let's try that. Alright. Much better. Okay, so it errored out right here. Argument 1 definitely should be the vehicle. I'll verify that as it comes in here. Cloud Plays DE. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciate it. Thank you for the support. And welcome back, 1111 Can. Okay, so we're right here in step, looking how we're passing it to gen helper. We're passing these variables here, but we are passing nothing initially for all of the vehicles. So let me just say all random vehicles here, and so let's go look at that now. So once we do that, we're passing it in here, and argument 1. This should have no problem really, but it errored out on truck gray. Find any instance. So what I'll do on this check, let me look at script object type real quick. Pretty sure that's under helpers. I think what we do here to fix this, if instance exists, argument 0, then pass it through here. Otherwise, just return false. Let's try that. I don't know why it errored out there. That was a little bit odd. Oh, you downloaded GameMaker today and took a look at it. Nice. So what were your thoughts on it? How do you feel about it?
Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
Okay, so these emergency vehicles look way better. The lights are out in front. I don't like how they're all clumped together. I'm not sure why they're all just like clumped together. I don't like that. I think what I need to do is just make them come in sooner and last longer, and then I can spread out the modulus on them. So let's do that. Scripting language not too different from Python or Ruby. Agreed. Good for 2D games. Yeah, that's what I hear a lot of as well. This is our first game that we're programming, Beta Particle Gaming. So I think we just happened into it for Game Maker in terms of our 2D game. But yeah, I'm thinking there might be some good options for you know, outside of Game Maker that we could potentially utilize as well. Yeah, I think it is too. I mean, I just from looking at it, it looks, honestly, the interface just looks cleaner. It looks like it feels. It looks like it. It looks like it feels better. This, you know, Game Maker gets a little bit clunky when you're throwing tons of objects in and scripts all running at once, or at least it feels that way. Okay, so where were we? Controllers and obstacles. You're in the gen helper. Best is to code everything from scratch and see old school style. Man, if I had the time, I would. So totally would. And I agree with you. I think you know, you have complete control over the code at that point. So. Vehicle bool false true, and this is where what I wanted to change. No, actually, I wanted to change back a step, which is start these guys as well. Maybe instead of 3, let's go 2.5, and that should take care of that. I kind of feel like when this car timer starts, that things slow way down. And the other thing I wanted to do was I wanted to destroy the car timer. Destroy car timer when I'm done pulling in emergency vehicles. Close to the metal, yeah. Making your own memory management, but it's a matter of time. Yeah, exactly. That's right, man. That's exactly right. I can't remember Beta Particle. I know we talked just last night. Had a really busy day at work today, and I have a bad short-term memory. But I can't remember if you said you're working on a project right now or not. Are you? Destroy car timer when done pulling emergency vehicles. Okay, I think that's in a good spot. From 2.5 to 7 emergency vehicles, there should be a lot of them. So let's try that. See how that works. And oh yeah, Minecraft modding. That's right. I remember you said that. In Java. Are you a software engineer or a web programmer?
Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
Okay, so I think I've got, I liked the way that looked. It was kind of funny because it looked like, based on what we saw, the computer just decided not to show a lot of army trucks that time. I think I might do the same thing on army trucks that I did with those guys and just say, or script object type arg1 is equal to object army truck. Just evaluate it to true because we want a lot of things going into the city. Make it look like there's something big going on. if we have to, what we'll do to spread this out a little bit so they're not so clumped up on top of each other. Or make it shorter and put them back on true false. But anyway, so, oh yeah, dude, I'm so sorry, man. Sorry, man. I know you just told me that yesterday. My mind is. I need to take some, what is it, like ginkgo biloba or whatever, those things that are supposed to help your memory. Gosh, man, short-term memory. Coding in various languages since an early age, though. That's cool, man. I was wondering where you got the programming language experience with Java, you were saying. Alright, so from here we will go to, I think we're good with that. I want to now start controlling what happens as soon as the last vehicle gets generated. Man, Cadrius, was that today? That's crazy. Oh man, dude, sorry to hear that. What kind of dog? How long did you have the dog? Alright. Emergency vehicles, army trucks. Siberian Husky. Oh wow. Wow, man, 4 or 5 years. That's incredible. That's good, man. Sorry to hear that, man. Alright. So, let's see here. So did you take the dog to like a dog funeral home? I know those things actually exist. I was surprised to find out. And you can have the dog cremated or put in a casket, or I'm not sure what the other options are. 2 weeks before that, my other dog died because he was 16 years old. Wow. Man. 16 years old, wow. Alright, so sorry, gotta get back on task here. So I need to determine when the last vehicle is generated. And then determine, okay, they both died at the vet, so the vet usually probably takes care of them at that point. Still debating. I think what I'll do is determine with this group of emergency vehicles. Okay, if arg0.car timer greater than room speed times 7, then I'm probably going to declare a global variable here. Yeah, incineration. Yeah, I missed that. Global dot intro vehicles equals, I'm going to say dot IVC equals true, and I'll make sure to declare what this is. Global dot intro vehicles complete, and I'll do that also where I actually set it in the first place, which most likely, as I can think about it right now, should be in the controller for room level 2 in the init event or the init script. We'll just set it here, and we'll do actually I could probably keep from turning this into a global. I'd rather not be a global if possible. Let me think about that. Yeah, I think I can do it all for, let me think a little bit longer. Yeah, let's try this. Intro vehicles complete equals false. I'm going to try to do this. It should work. Yeah, it changes to a global, and I also said IVC, but let's say object base controller, nope, object controller room level 2, controller room level 2.ibc, and that's what I need to take over here. Put this here, argument 0, and then this guy false. And what I was really going to put down here is intro vehicles complete. All right, from here, oops, from here we can then determine IVC equals true. If, and so then what we can do is have something else fire, likely on the step event for the controller. If IVC is equal to true, then we fire something in the enemy generate script or something like that. Let's see what we got here so far. Controllers, enemies, enemy generator 2. I think this is the one for level 2. Yeah, this is the one for level 2 because this is where I'm doing this at. Alright. And wave 1 equals true. Room speed at 5 seconds, so basically we're going to remove that for sure. We've got wave 1 set to false right here, and then we set them to true there. So we're going to mix this up a little bit. This was just for testing purposes, and so now I think we can actually convert this to if object controller room level 2 dot IVC is equal to true, then we can create a heli. We'll call these guys heli good, or heli, they're basically good guys, not bad guys. And we need to set a couple of variables on them, but we'll do that in a minute. Let me just think for a second. We're going to keep them from being a bar. We're just going to say heli guy. Take away wave 1 equals true. Instead of room width plus 140, we'll just say 0 minus 140. Room height divided by 5 is probably good, but we'll probably choose a random Y position. And let's do that here. Y pos equals choose. No, let's go random range. Random range. Zero and room height divided by 3. Yeah, I'm good with that. So anywhere in there. So now we change this to Y position. And we're going to flip the image index. So we're going to say basically heli guy dot image. What's the word I'm looking for? X scale. X scale equals -1. That should flip it. And we will generate these every so many seconds. We do have a room counter, so let's work off of that. I noticed we had that in the init. Apparently not for that guy, but probably the base controller. I just saw it. Maybe I put it in. Nope. We have a sound counter, which definitely should be updated to stop at some point. I think I can do that by just saying if mission, sorry, actually this. Mission go finish is equal to true. Let's say if it's equal to false, then go ahead and keep counting. Otherwise, we don't want it to count anymore. So just trying to optimize there, but I still am looking for the place that I need to optimize here. I don't think it would be in here. Nope. see script set level vars. Let me just go look there real quick. There it is. I know I have a persistent controller as well, but timer end of level. I don't think it would be in the persistent controller, but I'll check. I do have the script running right here. I need to see what's in that script. Counter. Those counters are 0, which is fine. I mean, that's what they should be in the start in unit. So script reset game. Whoa. Well, reset room is what it is, and here it is. Room step counter. I'm guessing in the controller persistent, then I have a script room step. So script room step then should do some counting, and it does. That's what I'm looking for. All right, seconds and counter. I think this is what I need. Room step seconds, a step counter. Although every time you access a global variable, it's a little bit more intensive. Going into silent mode because I'm just trying to get all of this out as it's in my head. I'm gonna add a something to the create events. It's awesome, man. I'm not sure what GPPD night is. Good. I'm not sure what that is. Thank you for following our tweets. Oh, good night. Alright, cool, man. Alright, dude, good night. Thanks for stopping in. Much appreciated. And yeah, hopefully, again, I'll see you soon. And I'll remember that you're a project manager and you work with Java and you've been programming since you were young. So sorry about that again, but have fun, man. All right. And the Heli Wolf in this case is not going to have the front, the meat part of it. Additionally, wave 1 false is gone. Heli good is equal to false. Heli counter. Heli good counter equals 0. Oh, equals false. Heli good counter equals 0. And we'll do this here. Heli good counter plus plus. Put him here. If Heli good counter is equal to 12, then Heli heli good equals true. So we've gotten all of them created. And let's just make this greater than or equal to for the heck of it right now. I think that is good. Good enough to work across the board the way it should. Let's see if this works now, because I do need to set some directions for those guys, because those guys will just sit off screen if I don't give them directions. So let's do that. Enemy generator. And these guys, heli good guy dot direction equals 180 from right to left, but heli good guy dot speed equals, let's try 0.5 and see what that looks like. I'm doing 0.5 because I think the emergency vehicles are going between 1 and 2, or like it's like one of those two. And they're being consistent, and I want these guys, these helis, to be very consistent in what they do in terms of speed. So let's just take a look at this and see what the result is. Of course, they're going to have what are we calling it? Basically, the mutation on them from the enemy. So let's go look real quick at those guys. Objects. Didn't get there fast enough.
Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
The other thing is, those guys are never going to show up on screen because they are definitely, I placed them at the left of the screen. So let's fix that real quick. And I needed to check one more thing related to this. Perfect. Then we set it to true. I like the way that is, and let's take a look at this. Thinking about something really quick, so I'm going to look it up. Instance find object and the number of the instance to find based on the order in which they were created. Nope, that's not what I want. Instance nearest is probably what I want. In X and a Y position. That's what I want. So what I'll do here is find the instance of the emergency vehicle that's furthest to the right. So EV, emergency vehicle, we'll call this actually LEV, last emergency vehicle, equals instance find X position would be room width. The Y position would be 240, or let's just say room height, and to say minus 20. And we're looking for objects. This actually may be problematic. Let's leave it the way we have right now. Let's leave good enough alone for right now, and I will come back and address that later, because right now we have two emergency vehicles. One is a police car, one is an ambulance. First of all, I got to make sure they both get created. Second of all, I got to make sure that that they inherit from an object that is an emergency vehicle object, and that the emergency vehicle object inherits from the parent, which is the object-based vehicle. Not ready to do that right now. I'm ready to keep moving forward, so I'll come back and address that later. I'll add that last 10 to 20% for that a little bit later. What we need to fix right now is the enemy generator. Controller right here, enemy generator. This guy is trying to generate helis all the way off to the left side of the screen, and they will never go to the right, so this actually needs to be room width plus 140, and they'll go from right to left at that point, but they'll be facing to the right. Additionally, I wanted to check out the object heli wolf, which is right here to heli wolf. Let's see how these things get generated. I want to take the rider off if it's a good guy. So I'm going to have to look for some variables probably before I try to do an attachment of the wolf rider. So we're going to do rider attached with false. And we will do rider, or let's just say, additionally, heli type equals bad. Just create a string. The string is going to be, well, yeah, let's just do it like that. Bad versus good. And give me 1 second. The enumeration is good or bad. Okay, so heli type bad, and rider attached equals false. And we will say cut this guy and then add this to the step event. If heli type is equal to bad, then do this and say rider attached equals true. Should we try to destroy that? No. I think what we'll do though is we'll set the default to good, and then when we're creating a heli, we'll make sure to set them to bad. I think that's probably the best way to do it. So he'll be good by default. If bad, if heli type is bad, then need to explicitly set the type when creating the heli. Alright. Prop and rider. Ooh. So I think what we do is take this guy out of here, take the rider out of here, put him in the step event and add that exact same code right here. So that should be available here, and that will make sure that the rider stays attached to the heli as it comes across the screen. So let's try that, and I expect that to work now, so let's check it. After 7 seconds. The Beasley, what up?
Skycurser. Mission 1. Death at dusk.
Oh, look at that speed. What? Oh, the heli's not on screen. That must have... Wow, that was crazy. Way faster. Alright. Copy. Port. Yeah, that looks really good on stream too. And that heli came out, man, I guess the heli slows everything way down. Let's look at the output of this bug. Basically having a problem on step event line 3 with the rider's X position. Let's go look at that real quick. Doesn't seem right to me. What? Object heli wolf. Step end event. Oh, okay. So I need to also check for if heli type is equal to bad and rider attached is equal to true. So we don't want to check for it until it's actually attached, if it's going to be attached, and then so that just makes sure that the prop and rider are attached. The best way to do that in GameMaker to attach different objects to each other is use the end step event.
Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
Yeah, those white vans, their lights are way lower than to the ground than they should be. Still gotta fix that. It's a bit annoying. Oh yeah, look at this. This is a little bit wrong, but yeah, we'll fix this. Yeah, look at this. These are gonna be the guys. So these guys are actually gonna come all the way back, and they're not gonna stop there. I've got something stopping them right there. Got one guy that I can't hit. Yeah, it should look way cooler than that though. Oh, I did have a problem that I needed to fix. I noticed the position they came in at was quite a bit off. So that is going to be on the enemy generator. And I've got them coming in at a Y position of 0, which I want to do. Let's see. Let's go 0 plus 50. Room height should actually be divided by 5 times 3. So that divides the screen into 5 lanes, and then if I left it at divided by 5, that would take it almost all the way up to the very top of the screen. When I multiply it times 3, it takes it back down to about at least half of the screen. And depending on how that looks, we might make it, let it go down even further, but we'll check that in a minute. What else needs to happen right here? Yeah, for whatever reason, it came out to the middle of the screen and stopped. I need to see what's doing that, and I can't remember where that's at. I did that quite a while ago. It should be in the step event, but I don't see it happening here. So maybe it's actually happening in the controller for this room. Level 2 step event. Nope. Script level 2 step. I guess I didn't look on that script. Did I? No. Also, let's look at the step event here. Nothing here. Okay. How much time do I waste going back into files that I don't need to go back into? It's got to be in the Heli Wolf then. Step event. Here we go. Yep, this guy right here. So I'm going to ignore this for now. This was just literally to get him to stop in the middle of the screen. What else? I think I want to add to him a death animation. But I'll still wait for that. The death animation will basically just be an explosion. Probably some shrapnel. And the other weird thing, the thing that was odd about this is all these came out at the exact same time, so I gotta fix that. I know what this problem is. Room speed. They all came out within a step of each other, and I was thinking I was doing 1 second, so I was definitely wrong about that. So let's try this again. Try this again.
Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, that's what looks wrong about these. The prop is going to need to be flipped around as well. And 12 is quite a bit. I think I could take it down. Let's see if it stops, and it does. I think you could take it down to about like 8. Let's see what that looks like, but I also got to flip the prop. So let's look at that. So we definitely have a prop attached to it immediately, so I should be able to go good guy dot prop dot image x scale equals -1 as well. So that should flip the prop around, and instead of 12 I want to take this down to about 8. That should do it. Let's try that.
Mission 1, Death at Dusk. Go!
So the other thing I thought might be cool about this is if some of these guys were in front and some were in back, and so that basically Skycurser flies right between them. That would be so tight. Also, let's take this down to 6 because that still looks like quite a bit, and I'll just have them randomly choose a depth that's either in front of or behind Skycurser. Let's go to the depth engine and find out exactly where Skycurser's at. He is at Skycurser, where are you? Script depth engine needs to be depth engine. So I don't see where he's at because obviously it's not in here. I think then that means I need to go look at Skycurser when he gets generated. I don't think I've converted everything over to that script yet, even though I thought I had most items in there. Let me go look one more time. Yeah, I know it's not in there. Depth equals 100. So we'll randomly choose between two options, and one will be like 110, the other one will be like 90. Or maybe 105 and 95, something like that. Controllers and enemy generator 2. And click the step event. Heli good guy dot depth equals choose between 95 and 105. One of those two. Let's try this again. Additionally, now that we flipped the heli, we got to make sure the prop is in the correct location. It may not be. So I got to keep my eyes peeled for that.
Mission 1, Death at Dusk. Go!
Just being a jerk. The prop is pretty close, but it's not correct. And look at this. Oh yeah, look at that, man. Ha! That's awesome. Okay. Let me think for a second. Yeah, Yeah, so we need to fix the prop position. If it's a good if the heli is flipped around and it's a good heli, then we need to change the prop position. And we would do that in the end step event. Prop.x, prop.y position. That's interesting. So it looks like we're gonna have to do this for both. And we just say else. I gotta modify this really quick because if I don't, it will break if rider attached. Boom. Okay. If rider attached is equal to true, oh, gotta take this up and take this back in. So yeah, we want the prop to be in position no matter what, but we only want to deal with the rider if the rider is attached. Otherwise, we want the prop.x to be equals, I don't remember exactly which direction this is, so I'm going to try -5 first. If it's wrong, we'll just fix it. Prop.y I think was probably fine with the y position. Let's see what that looks like. Play. And the prop might need to be whatever the position of the heli is in terms of depth -1. Let's see what we've got it set to. Propped up depth equals depth -1, which looks correct to me. So let's see what this does.
Mission 1, Death at Dusk. Go!
Okay, so I pushed it the wrong direction. I think we've got a problem though with the depth of it. It's almost like when it's flipped, it's going to need to be +1. But we'll just take a look here in just a second. End step, so we go the opposite direction. Instead of minus, it'll be +5. And we'll see what that looks like, and then I'm going to try this prop.depth equals depth +1. So basically flipping it all the way in the opposite direction. But we probably don't even need to do that, because in that case we're going to be setting depth every single step. And we really only need to set it for one step.
Mission 1, Death at Dusk. Go!
So it's in the correct position, but interestingly enough, the prop is still behind that guy. That is weird, man. So I did depth -1, and this one I did depth +1. Man, do I need to go depth -1 again? Game Maker does this every once in a while where things just temporarily disappear. Oop, I guess I'm playing in debug mode. I also think I want to probably place the helis in each in specific positions, because I want them to look like they're in some sort of formation, and right now, because they're all choosing random Y positions, they don't quite look like they're in a formation. Come on, Game Maker, what's going on?
Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
These guys could probably even leave the they could probably even leave the city. Shit. Reset.
Mission
Look at that again, because I didn't get a good look at the prop position again. I was distracted with thinking about some other things. Position is correct, actually. So interesting. It's like when you flip it, the flip put it underneath in a weird way. So that's right. I'm surprised. Okay, and I actually just want those to start a little bit sooner. Otherwise, I mean, we're waiting like 15 seconds at the very beginning of the entire level, and it's really slow. It feels really slow just playing it. Alright, let's try this again. And we're looking at two things. One is, let's fire them quicker. Come in a little bit quicker. So right here, instead of 7, I think we can get away with doing 5. And basically as soon as the army vehicles are done getting generated. And we wanted to place the helis so they're in some sort of formation. I think I've got it. I think I've got it in my head exactly what the formation should be. And so let's do that. Okay, so Y position is going to be variable here. If if heli good counter is equal to 0, else if heli good counter is equal to 1. So this is going to be a little bit annoying that we have to spell each one of these out, but what you gotta do sometimes. Let's just go copy 3, 4, 5. That should be all of them. Greater than or equal to 6. I'm adding after I add 1. So the problem is we need to basically, let me think about that. going to be 0 the first time, 1 the second time, 2 the third time, 3 the fourth time, 4 the fifth time, 5 the sixth time, and 6 when it hits the bottom. So that should be fine exactly where that is. I'm not going to have to change anything extra there. 5. Y position is okay. I'm okay with setting Y position here like this, but then overriding it. Y position equals do 50 here. No, let's do more than that. 100. And right here we'll go let's see how crazy this looks, if it looks crazy at all or not, I don't know, but also let's be specific about the depth on these. So depth here is going to be man, I'm tired too, dude. 95 and 105. So we'll do depth chosen here. To Beasley, was today your last day of school? Alright, and we go. That'll be 95, 95. This will be definitely behind him. 110. This one will be in front. This one will be behind. And this one will be behind. Yes, awesome, man. Did you have any finals your last day of school? I know some schools do that, man.
Mission 1, Death at Dusk. Go!
Oh yeah, look at that, boy. Boom. So somehow the depth chosen, obviously the depth is a little bit off. So still got to fix that. The depth is looking funny and the height is in a weird place, too far down. Need to change this to actually depth chosen. And so we're gonna take this now up to, instead of 50, let's do split the difference, go maybe like 80. Yep. 70 here. How Helicopters all sick. Yeah, you had your math final today. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, those helis are freaking awesome, man. 80, 110, 70, and back here 80, 110. Oh, ooh. I gotta change that. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. 70. I was going back and forth in my head if I was supposed to be modifying that variable or not, versus the one that was right next to it.
Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
Oh yeah, man, look at that, dude. Oh my gosh. I think June 12th, can't wait for that. Going to Florida. Tight, man. It's awesome. Going to the beach. What part of Florida?
Mission 1. Death at dusk.
Man, this lag. Why do I get lag all of a sudden? Alright. Just waiting to see here. I think they need spread out just a little bit too close to each other, because this guy right here, this guy in the middle, and this guy in the bottom are just, they kind of just like, you can't really tell what's going on. Yeah, mission 1, because we don't have mission 2 voice done yet, man. Yep. Good observation. Well done. You passed the test. Yep, we just don't have mission 2 done yet. Alright. So I'm going to spread them out. And I think what I'll do is I think I'm going to have some sort of counter in here so that I can determine if it's on the 3rd and 4th items or not. I'm debating how it, like, if I want to do that or how I would do it. I could maybe instead just have change their positions a little bit, so spread them out a little bit and put them at different heights altogether. So I think I might do that, because the different heights would probably work well. And they'll be pretty close together in terms of distance. They'll be pretty evenly spread apart. So let's go here and say thinking. Let's subtract 20 off of each one of these. 60, 90, and 50. And for these, we'll add 10. 90, 20, 80. Should give them a gap, and I bet that will look better.
Mission 1, Death at Dusk. Go!
So yeah, that definitely looks a little bit odd. I think I'd like to spread them out a little bit more, and I'm talking when we hit the third one, there'll be a gap in between them. Room level 2, IBC. Global room step percentage, room step counter modulus room speed is equal to 0. Heli good equals false. It is equal to false. So I think I've got a simple solution to this. Bar modulus equals room speed by default. Change this guy to modulus. And if Heli good counter is equal to then modulus is equal to room speed, let's say times 3, just to see what that looks like. That might be too much of a gap. If it is, we'll narrow it.
Skycurser. Mission 1, Death at Dusk. Go!
Man, that gap doesn't even look that big. Let me think about that. What in the world? Modulus is equal to 0. Room speed times 3. That did not seem like a 3-second gap. So I got to think about what's happening in between each step here and when something is getting reset or not. I have a feeling basically I need to have an else here and just have it run. Alright, I'm going to try that.
Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
That is not 3 seconds, man. 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 2 second. Maybe it is 3, but I don't know. Does not look like it. Let's make the gap a little bit bigger just to force the issue so we can see. I don't know, let's just do 10 seconds just to verify. And I still want those helis to be a little bit lower to the ground. Those other ones, I really don't want them overlapping. So let's make this now 100. Add 10 more pixels basically on each one of these. 90. Play. So we got a 10-second gap in there theoretically, if this is correct.
Skycurser.
Let's slow down. Here we go.
Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
Still a little bit slow down. I think what I'll do actually is have these guys come in literally at the exact same time. 10 seconds, maybe that gap is working. Yeah. Ooh, I like the distance to the ground they are. Yes, love the fly between tight. Alright. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to do here is update that. I'm gonna make that 4 seconds. And the other thing I want to do is pull them in quicker still, because again, it takes them a while. Gen. Oh, step. Two. Yep. Let's try that. No name, what's up?
Skycurser. Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
Alright, here we go. 4 seconds in between. Oh, man. I am going to have to make the back ones in the same position as the front ones. And vice versa. Because they just don't look right the way they all come in at that angle. Alright. Even when I have the longer delay in there, unless it's super exaggerated, it doesn't look right. So let's do this, and just gonna change these so that these are now down here. Change this to that, go here with that. Zero. That's alright, man. No worries, dude. That stuff's probably way more important anyway. 3, 4, 5. 100, 130, 90, 60, 90, 150. Alright. Hit play. Let's do it. See what we got here.
Mission 1. Death at dusk. Go!
Yeah, you like that? Chris, it's actually just a couple of GIFs. Man, those are definitely not 4 seconds apart. Come on. Game Maker, what are you doing? Messing with me. So those are GIFs. It's just an image slideshow, Chris. Okay. So this is not evaluating to true every single time. No worries, no name. Alright. Heli good counter equal to 3. Room speed times 4. Else room speed. Alright, just got another follow. Jojo Japo now following. Thank you for the follow, Jojo Japo. What's so funny?
Stuff from Ellen today.
Oh. Alright, so heli good counter equal to 3. So modulus is not evaluating properly here. Room step counter, and I've actually got an idea